In center field, Kyle Hoppy. And pitching tonight for the Aces is Mike Head. Now for the starting lineup for the Hamel Hawks. Leading it off, center fielder, Reese DeWick. Next, second baseman, Tyler Shell. Pitching tonight for the Hawks, Sam Westemeyer. Catching, Braden Gray. At first base, Dylan Wilson. Left fielder, Michael Jacobs. And at shortstop, Jack Punchakar. At third base, Jarrett Briol.
All right, you good to go?
And right fielder, Dom Fleming.
Good to see you. I'll probably
The
see you.
Hawks are led by manager Tim Fleming.
Power up, log on, and tune in. Welcome to the 2022 Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. We're live at Fortin Field Stadium in Hamel, Minnesota for a matchup between the visiting Andover Aces and home team Hamel Hawks. And now it is time for the national anthem here on fox9.com.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
And a beautiful rendition of the national anthem sung by Diana Lindsley. Baseball, peanuts, and Cracker Jacks, apple pie, hot dogs, and the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. Welcome to Hamel, Minnesota. Welcome to the Town Ball Tour, and welcome to the month of July and summer in Minnesota. Nothing says summer more in Minnesota than enjoying a hot dog and a cold beverage on a hot day from May through September at a Town Ball baseball game. And friends, we're in store for a real treat this evening. Power up your screen device, log on to fox9.com, and tune in to watch Minnesota Amateur Baseball. Welcome to Year 5 of the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour and stop number 8 on Fox 9. My name is Phil McLaughlin, and running the camera tonight is Kit Callis.
Fox 9's Town Ball Tour is in full swing. Join us Wednesdays as we celebrate the small towns of Minnesota. Fox 9's Town Ball Tour, presented by Sieben Carey Personal Injury Law and JTR Roofing.
Coming in tonight, the Andover Aces. They are managed by Rob Belschner, Sam Polash, and Kyle Hoppy are player managers. They sit at 6-10 overall and 0-8 in league play. And their last action was a loss on the 29th of June. They fell 6-3 to the St. Michael Saints. The Hamel Hawks, the home team, are head coached by Tim Fleming. And they sit at 6-5 overall in the Minnesota Baseball Association, playing in the Arrowhead West League. Their last action again on June 29th, and they were victorious 2-1 over the Sobieski Skis. These two teams faced off twice last year, and back on May 26th in 2021, it was Hamel 6 and Andover 2. And then in August, Hamel 2 and Andover 3. So tonight could be the all-important rubber match. As we look at the temperature here, it is a balmy 84 degrees here as we get ready for first pitch. And Hamel, the home team, will be playing defense. They're running the dark blue jerseys, white pants, and going with the dark blue caps. And facing the visiting Aces from Andover. Andover going with the white pants and the baby blue or light blue and white jerseys. And same color with the hats. And this is, as I said, Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. This is stop number 8 here this summer. Leading things off.
Can't sit back here?
Just gonna slide a little bit that way because I'm going to be.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
And as we are leading off here, it will be for the Andover Aces, Connor Stoik playing second base, Carson Waddell playing shortstop, Charlie Horn bats third and plays right field, Benji Bruce, the cleanup hitter, playing third base. Number 18, Tyler Brick bats fifth playing first base. Number 7, Sam Palaz playing left field. And it is Logan Myers doing the catching, wearing number 5. Number 16, Tyler Rowland will be the DH tonight for Andover. And number 99, Kyle Hoppy playing center field. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher, Mike Head, big number 33. And we are moments away here from first pitch. We did have the national anthem already. Big to do here in Hamel today, as it was quite the festivities as I drove up. Here in the Town Ball Tour for Hamel, they had free entry to tonight's ball game. There was a country artist, Anderson Daniels, and band that played from 5 until just a little while ago. And this is being emceed by Neil Freeman. The Hamel Rodeo was here. They had free pony rides for kids. There was a photo booth. And all throughout the game, the food and beer tent will be up and running. So if you're not doing anything, continue to listen to our broadcast. But come on down, maybe throw the AirPods in. Come on down for free entry here into tonight's Fox 9 Town Ball Tour stop here in Hamel. It is Hamel against Andover. And our umpire, we do have one of the names of the umpire here, Matt Sorensen. And I believe Matt will be behind the plate calling balls and strikes. And we will try to get the other umpire. Again, the two coaches here, the coach for Hamel, the home team, is Tim Fleming. And for the Aces, their manager, Rob Belschner. And they have two player managers in Sam Palage. Sam is playing in left field today. And Kyle Hoppy playing in center field defensively. Again, Fox 9 here tonight doing their 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock news broadcasts. Hopefully you tuned in for the news and now are kicking back, relaxing, and enjoying the sounds of summer here as we get ready for first pitch. You're watching this all on fox9.com. As the umpires and the coaches go over the ground rules. Take a look here at the previous stops here on the Town Ball Tour. Last week we were in Paynesville, and the week before Union Hill. Starting off the Town Ball Tour back on May 18th. The first stop was Cologne, followed by Vasili. June 1st we were at Plato, followed by Watertown on June 8th, and June 15th was Isanti.
Throwing out tonight's first pitch is former Hamel Hawks manager Sonny Hilliard.
We will now have the ceremonial first pitch.
Sonny survived polio as a child and then scoliosis, which led to several back operations. He did not let these stand in his way. When it came to baseball, he pitched 4 years of high school baseball for Elk River and was the MVP in 1978. Sonny pitched and managed against Hamel for several years before joining the Hawks in 1988. Sonny has over 600 town team baseball victories as a manager, including the 1993 Continental Amateur Baseball World Series Championship, the 1997 Minnesota Class B Championship for the Hamel Hawks as well.
I did. Elijah.
Just a few moments here before the first pitch. I want to bring the ceremonial first pitch to you live here on Fox9.com. The rumor is that Lori Fisher of Fox 9 will be helping us out with the 7th inning stretch, as will the bat boy here from Hamel, Max Romer, and his parents Tiffany and Steven. So stay with us here for all 9 innings, but especially that 7th inning stretch. And we'd like to thank those of you who are tuning in tonight, whichever way you have chosen for this stream. If it was on a smart TV, a tablet, smartphone, laptop computer, we thank you for your viewership. And just a bit outside with the ceremonial first pitch. Give a big thanks to Sam with that toss. A big thanks to the Lions Club here in Hamel for putting this all together. And a big thanks to Fox 9 for coming out and visiting Hamel, Minnesota. We've got some fun activities planned between some of the innings here tonight. And it will be on the mound, it will be Westemeyer going here for Hamel, the big right-hander. Sam Westemeyer, number 18, is also batting third in the lineup. So this is your first time around the diamond here for Town Ball. It will be a treat. Again, Town Ball baseball alive and well here in the state of Minnesota. If you turn on the national news, you might hear that baseball is in trouble, but every time I come to a Town Ball game, the stands are packed and the fans are ready to have a good time. There's a beer tent, there's brats cooking on the grill, and fans are treated to really good quality baseball here from these Town Ball teams. Mixture of former high school players playing last season at the varsity level, all the way up to gentlemen in their 30s and maybe even in their 40s. As the last warm-up toss here is thrown by Westemeyer, and we are ready for the first batter. Leading off for the Andover Aces will be Connor Stoik. Stoik playing second base. Remember, Andover coming in here 0-8 in league play with 6-10 overall. Stoik number 3, got the big white batting gloves on. And just 2 minutes after 7:30 here for our first pitch. And Sam Westemeyer into the windup, and the pitch is high and inside for ball 1, and we are underway here from Hamel, Minnesota. Settle back and relax and enjoy some Town Ball baseball. Second pitch is high for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes now to the leadoff batter for Andover. The windup and the pitch. And that does miss just a bit low, so a 3-ball count now. Westermeyer yet to throw a strike. And Stoik taking all the way, and that crosses over for the first strike here to the leadoff batter. I don't think Stoik had the green light there, and he does swing away at this 3-1 pitch over to short at Punachar. And a nice strong throw across the diamond to Wilson for out number 1. And that will go 6-3 if you're scoring at home, and we hope you are. And the first out here, 1 batter up, 1 down. And that will bring Carson Waddell to the plate. Waddell playing shortstop here, wearing number 2. And some speed on the base paths. Batting in the right-handed batter's box, and the first offering from Westermeyer falls in for a called strike. So already a little more success here to the second batter as Westermeyer looks to settle down. This ball is ripped down the third base line, but a few feet foul past Briel over there at third base. And the count will go now to 0-2. As the clouds now out in right field will hide the sun. A little bit of sun's rays poking through. The sun has yet to go down yet. No sunset. We will enjoy a very beautiful sunset here in Hamel later on this evening. And this ball is lined right to the center fielder, Dewick. And Dewick makes a nice running catch for out number 2.
Next up, right fielder, Charlie Hurrah.
So it was a liner to the center fielder, and there are 2 down as Charlie Hurrah will come to bat. Hurrah will spin around and bat left-handed here, the first left-hander in this lineup. Hurrah with kind of an upright batting stance, and now the first pitch swinging, and this is laced into right field for the first hit of tonight's contest. So Charlie Hurrah, first pitch swinging, is aggressive and has a single here to start things off.
Third baseman, Benji Bruce.
And that'll bring Benji Bruce, the cleanup batter, up here with 1 man on, 2 down in this first inning. Bruce playing third base defensively and gets his first look here at Westermeyer, and his first pitch swinging will be fouled and out of play. If you can see into the, can't see it here so far in this picture, but right over the fans over behind the first base dugout, a nice big video screen, part of the scoreboard here at Hamel. We'll probably have to use the lights tonight. This is lined past the first baseman into right field for a back-to-back hit as Bruce hits one, a smash, solid smash right past Wilson. And now with 2 on, the Aces have a little bit of action going. Back-to-back singles, and that will bring Tyler Brick to the plate. As the Hawks will discuss defensively their strategy. 2 quick outs and now 2 quick singles on the inning. Wilson was holding out the runner Hura on, and a nice piece of hitting right past the first baseman. And we'll see Westermeyer now pitching from the stretch. Again, first pitch swinging is Tyler Brick. He swings through a good fastball. No balls and 1 strike. The Aces looking to jump under the scoreboard here in the first inning if they can. 1 runner in scoring possession. The 0-1 is outside for a ball. Brick, the number 5 man in the order, with an RBI chance at Hira at second base, and the pitch. That ball has just gotten a piece of and goes off the back screen. That'll bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes now as Westermeyer trying to battle out of this mini jam. First time that the Aces have a runner in scoring position. And the big right-hander from the stretch, takes a look back at second base, and now will fire home. And swinging through for strike 3. Tyler Brick will go down swinging, and the defense here for Hamel holds strong. They give up 2 singles, and there will be 2 runners left on base as we head to the bottom half of inning number 1. We will take a short break here on Fox9.com.
For years, people have come to me and they've said, our kids get really nervous during severe weather. Is there something you can recommend? I've always said the same thing. Make your children the storm captain. Give them a hat, a clipboard with your personal storm plan written down, a whistle, and when we start talking about a severe thunderstorm watch, your storm captain is in charge of mustering the entire family with your personal storm plan. Give them power over the storm.
And welcome back here to the bottom half of inning number 1. Again, this is Phil McLaughlin bringing you live action here on the Town Ball Tour, stop number 8 here in Hamel, Minnesota. The Hamel Hawks versus the visiting Andover Aces. And the Hawks lineup sounds a little bit like this. It is Reese Davis leading off and playing center field, batting second, playing second base, Tyler Schell. Batting third, the pitcher, number 18, Sam Westmeyer. The cleanup hitter, number 3, Braden Gray, is also catching. Batting fifth, Dylan Wilson playing first base. Batting sixth and playing left field, Mike Jacobs. Batting seventh, it is Jack Punchaker playing shortstop. Batting eighth, number 9, Jarrett Briel playing third base. And batting ninth, number 2, the right fielder, Don Fleming. So after 2 quick outs and 2 singles, the Hamel's defense induced a strikeout. And here comes number 32, Reese DeWick, to lead things off. The first chance on offense here for the Hawks. And we'll take a look on the mound here at number 33, Mike Head. Mike, the big right-hander here on the bump. And his first offering to DeWick, crosses over for strike 1. The sun behind the clouds, it has cooled off here this evening, and that just about buckled DeWick at the knees, but it will miss inside for a 1-1 count. The 1-1 now from the big right-hander, swung on and missed for strike 2. Good action there by Head. Again, the sun behind the clouds here, the temperature has dropped about 10 to 15 degrees from when we first set up here behind home plate. No press box here at Hamel Baseball Field, and so we're sitting amongst the masses, amongst the crowd, as Head misses low, and it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is Fortin Field here in Hamel, Minnesota, and that crosses over for strikeout. Strike 3 here as DeWick goes down looking. And there is 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning.
Second baseman, Tyler Schell.
That'll bring second baseman Tyler Schell to the bat. And Head's first pitch does cross over for strike 1. Now Schell adjusting the pad over his ankle. He'll step back in that right-handed batter's box and face an 0-1 count. And the pitch from Mike Head fooled him with the breaking ball. He swings through that. Quickly the count now at no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 misses high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So big difference here between town ball baseball and if you're watching the Twins or even the Saints, the amount of time in between pitches. This is grounded too short. This will be Waddell, and Waddell will boot it and hold on to it. Does not attempt to throw as Waddell misplays the ground ball. And Schell will reach on an error. And And that will bring Sam Westermeyer, the opposing starting pitcher, to bat here with one runner on and one down. Again, even between batters, there's no wasted time as Westermeyer jumps into that right-handed batter's box and swings away at the first offering. Look out here to the fans in the stands. Again, we had ice cream here tonight, pony rides. There was a country band that was playing for 2 hours before. A big crowd here, a great crowd on hand. Nothing like live baseball, and this ball is lifted, foul. Is there enough room in foul territory? No, there is not, as Hira and Brick converge in foul territory but run out of real estate. And quickly the count now to Westermeyer will go to no balls and 2 strikes. So unlike Major League Baseball, no need for a pitch clock here for town ball. We can get through a 9-inning game in a little over 2 hours on average. And this is swung on and lifted on the right field side into foul territory and off the netting over there by the first base dugout. And the count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. But again, a great crowd here for town ball baseball, as there is every week. The fans really turn out when Fox 9 comes out. And the pitch again lifted into foul territory down the right field line and again out of play. As Westermeyer, it's his 3rd foul down that right field line. 4th foul, I should say. The count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. We'll see how Head reacts here. The 0-2 count and a runner on, pitching from the stretch. Again, something off speed, and again, fouled off to the right side. Normally in town ball baseball, if you bring back a foul ball, there could be some kind of reward at the concession booth. Sometimes that's certain innings. So if you're coming out for a town ball game, you probably won't walk home with a baseball as a souvenir. Maybe unless it's hit over the fence for a home run. This ball's lifted now onto the foul territory over the left, or the third base dugout. And the baseball or softball field behind us here with another scoreboard as that ball falls into an opposite field. A good little battle here between pitcher Westermeyer and Head. A pitcher versus pitcher duel, and now a ground ball. That's through for a base hit. Past the outstretched hands of Bruce at third base. As Westermeyer fought off several pitches before he picked out the one that he liked. And Sam has the first hit now for Hamel on a single in the hole between third and short. And now with one out, there's 2 runners on, and stepping into bat is Braden Gray. Gray, the battery mate to Westermeyer. Shell over at second. And this ball is going to be a high chopper. Going to be a tough play for the second baseman, Stoik, and Stoik fields it but cannot make a throw, as that one hit the dirt in front of home plate and bounced about 15-20 feet in the air. And the slow high chopper means that everyone is safe. And now coming to bat is Dylan Wilson, number 10, the first baseman. And there is a hawk at each base. The bags are juiced as Gray reaches on the infield single. So back-to-back singles after the error, and the bases are loaded here. A bit of a jam in this first inning for Mike Head. First pitch swinging, and this is in foul territory. And coming on to try to make the play and running out of room is Brick. A good effort again by the first baseman for Andover. And Myers, the catcher, both of them over in foul territory right in front of the Hamel dugout. And it does bounce off the top of the dugout here. So Shell, the base runner at third, Westermeyer, the base runner at second, and Gray at first, as there are ducks on the pond here for Dylan Wilson. And the count now will go to 1 ball and 1 strike. So some early action here in the first inning, and the pitch is outside, ball 2. Hamel, the home team, trying to be the first team into the scoring column. And the 2-1 is lifted in the air and foul. Back behind us here. Again, sitting with the crowd in the stands here right behind home plate. As the sun now begins to come out from behind that big cloud. This pitch will miss, and the count will run full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So high drama now with a full count, bases loaded. And this could be a turning point here early on in this first inning. Head's pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3 as Mike Head battles back and gets his man. Dylan Wilson goes down swinging for out number 2.
Left fielder, Michael Jacobs.
2 strikeouts now in the inning for Wilson, and he will face Mike Jacobs. Again, bases loaded, this time 2 down. And Head again battling here, first pitch strike. The 0-1 is swung on, lifted into center field. This one's deep, but right in front of the wall, putting it away is Hoppy for out number 3. So good job by Mike Head battling back. Bases were loaded with 1 out, and he gets the strikeout and the deep fly ball. And 3 outs here as we end the first inning. When we come back, the top half of inning number 2 here on Fox9.com.
So the question is, what year was Hamel? What was the first year that?
This is Fox 9 Plus.
Let's get started, everybody.
Today's biggest talkers.
Charles and I have been talking about this all morning.
Award-winning comedy.
This gets better and better.
Minnesota's only local news at 7.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Plus,
More good news.
a whole lot more.
More than this?
More than we can use.
Game shows, court shows,
Now we're getting somewhere.
your shows. Fox 9 Plus. Something for everyone.
And welcome back here to Hamel Baseball, Hamel versus Andover on the Fox 9 Tour. And we head to the top half of inning number 2. The trivia question here, what was the first year that Hamel had town ball baseball? The answer, 1926. A little bit of history here in town ball baseball. Town ball baseball has been described as small town baseball, can be just as dramatic as the big leagues. Town ball started off similar to Rounders, which was a precursor of baseball, and it has some different rules. In the old time of town ball, they had more than 9 players on a team, no foul territory, and you could soak or plug the opposing player by hitting them with the ball in the field, much like kickball. Throwing the ball was a bigger ball, a little bit softer, but not all that soft to get an out. Some famous players for town ball baseball. Abe Lincoln, there are 3 references in history to Abe Lincoln playing town ball, and also Ty Cobb played town ball before playing regular baseball back in Georgia. It's been said that strong farming towns with young men who worked hard during the day and played hard at night were the backbone of town ball baseball here in Minnesota. Leading things off here in the second inning, this is Jack Punkochar playing shortstop tonight. The number 7 man in the order with 7, 8, 9 as Punkochar lifts that one foul. He'll be followed by Briol and then Don Fleming. The 0-2 pitch now. My apologies. This is actually Plohas, followed by Myers and then Rowland, as Sam Westemeyer goes back to work here in the top half of inning number 2. And that ball is fouled right back at us. And the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Sam, then Logan, then Tyler. As we go 6, 7, 8 in the order. And the 1-2. That curveball right back up the middle. A fielding chance for Punchar. It's short. The strong throw gets him by a step. And that was Sam Punchar over at shortstop. And a 6-3 if you're scoring at home for out number 1. Logan Myers, the catcher, now will come to bat for the Aces with his first at-bat. Again, the sun behind that big puffy cloud out there in right field, really cooling things down and shadowing the whole entire field as Westemeyer goes to work against Myers. Myers, the opposing catcher here defensively. Fouls off the first offering, no balls and 1 strike. And the 0-1 offering is true, no balls and 2 strikes now to Myers. Westemeyer kind of settling down here on the mound. Just a bit outside here for ball 1. One last thing here about town ball baseball. If you're ever at Target Field, go over to section 229 and you'll try out the Town Ball Tavern. They do have photos of 70 of these same ballparks, the oldest ballpark dating back to 1885. So I do believe there is a picture here of this field in the Town Ball. And that ball is swung on and missed for strike 3. As Myers goes down swinging, the second strikeout of the evening for Westemeyer. And that will bring up Tyler Rowland. Rowland, the designated hitter. And this Ace offense going with no batting gloves tonight. Going old school here is Tyler Rowland. Starts off with an 0-1 count and the pitch. Misses low. That'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Rowland not wasting any time back into the batter's box, and Westemeyer's 1-1 offering. And a curveball in there for strike 2. A nice pitch there from Westemeyer. 1-2 now with 2 down here in the top half of inning number 2. The pitch. And I do believe he held up. That will miss for a ball, 2-2. Rowland holds up on the check swing. And the payoff pitch, now a time is called here at home plate. I think that was catcher Gray calling for time, now getting a signal from the first base dugout from Tim Fleming. And now the payoff pitch. This ball is lifted into center field. Coming in is Dewick, and he'll put it away for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down here, a quick top half of inning number 2. There are no hits and no runners left on base as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. I want to thank you again for joining us here on Fox9.com, and we'll be right back.
Fox 9's Ice Cream Social, coming to a town near you. Visit fox9.com/ice cream.
She got too close so far, and now I'm lost in the world trying to find me a better way. Wishing I was deep in the water somewhere, blue sky breeze and it don't seem fair. Where in the world is the time gonna reach my chair? Sunrise is a falling sky.
Welcome back to Fortin Field Stadium here in Hamel, Minnesota. After an inning and a half of play, the score still remains 0-0. Back on the mound here for the Aces is Mike Head as he pitched out of a jam. He does have 2 strikeouts, gave up 2 hits back in the first inning. We'll see if he can settle down a bit. In the bottom half of the second inning, leading things off with this time will be Jack Punkachar playing shortstop, batting 7th. And then it'll be on deck, Jarrett Briel, and in the hole, Don Fleming. 7, 8, 9 as we go through the bottom of the order here for the Hawks. A beautiful evening it's shaping up to be here in Hamel, as it was in the mid-80s just about an hour ago. Punchakar. Punchakar leads things off and looks at a first pitch ball. Jack with a nice play defensively back in the top half of this inning. The 0-1 swung through that fastball, 1-1. Puchikar, Briol, and Fleming as the bottom of the lineup looks to do some damage against Mike Head. Puchikar lifts this one into foul territory and out of play. Not a lot of foul territory down the third base line there as the fence really kind of goes around the light pole. And only about probably 25 feet or so of foul territory left of the third base bag. Here's an off-speed pitch. Grounded over to the second baseman. Stoik to first for out number 1. Puchikar grounds out to the second baseman. And this will bring Jarrett Briol to the plate, the third baseman. His first time looking at Mike Head. And the first offering crosses over for strike 1. Again, town ball baseball, a treat to behold here in the state of Minnesota, as there is Class A, B, and C. Class A, your Minneapolis and St. Paul teams. Class B, your larger community teams. And Class C, your smaller community teams. Swinging through that one for strike 2 is Briol. And don't forget, in the month of August and early September, the state tournaments held for both class, or for all three, Class A, B, and C. Missing on the 1-2 pitch is Head, and that'll be an even count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. And this is lifted foul and out of play. So a beautiful stadium here with the trees all along the outfield fence, and right behind foul territory, some residential homes. And here's a ground ball off the glove of Bruce at third. And it'll trickle into the outfield grass. And that was a smash down the third base line. I would count that as a hit for Briol over there at the hot corner. That's why they call it the hot corner on hot smashes like that. And Bruce just able to get a glove on it, but not able to field it cleanly. And a single for Briol. And that'll bring Don Fleming to bat, the number 9 batter in the order, playing right field. And looking to bunt, pulls back or maybe miss the bunt, and that'll be strike 1. So early in the game here, the Hawks looking to move some runners over. We'll see if he's bunting again on the 0-1 pitch. And Fleming does not. That misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the third hit of the contest here as Briol over there at first base. This Hamel offense. 1-1 now to Fleming as he gets the look over at his third base coach. And Head comes set, and swinging through for strike 2 is Don Fleming, I'm sorry. Briol will take his lead over at first base. Being held on by Brick. Now time is called as Fleming steps out. The 1-2 count, I do not think he'll be attempting to bunt here. If you foul a 2-strike bunt pitch, it is a strikeout. And swinging away. And this one, a weak ground ball to the second baseman, just about the same result as a bunt. Stoik over to first for out number 2, but he does move the runner Briol up to second base.
Batting next for the Hawks, center fielder Reese DeWick.
And Reese DeWick will come up to bat for his second at bat here of the contest as the lineup for the Hamel Hawks turns over. 2 down here in the bottom half of 2. And Mike Head pitching from the stretch. Misses with his first offering. Andover again with a runner in scoring position. And this pitch misses for ball 2. So a bit more pressure here. We'll see what Mike Head can do now in a 2-0 count. He's behind. And the pitch. And this ball is lifted in the air towards center field. On the run is the center fielder, and to the wall and over the wall. That's a souvenir ball. A home run as that ball just kept drifting, and that goes over the fence. And we will have to get another Rawlings, as that one is a 2-run shot. Leadoff hitter Reese Dewick. And that one just kept carrying out to center field and over the fence for a home run. And now we've got a score here as Anderson on the board.
Second baseman, Tyler Shell.
2 down still as Shell comes to bat after the 4-bagger hit by Dewick. And we are back here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Experiencing some technical difficulties here. We did lose power. Not able to get the score bug graphic up for you, so we'll just remind you of the score. It is 2-0 here in favor of Hamel as we move to the top half of the 3rd inning. Exciting home run hit back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. A 2-run shot by the leadoff batter. Now a first pitch swinging. Right back to the pitcher, and Westemeyer tosses over to Wilson for out number 1. And that was Kyle Hoppy. 1 pitch, 1 out.
First baseman, Connor Stoic.
And now Connor Stoic will come to bat for his second at bat of the inning.
Make that second baseman.
Second baseman Connor Stoic grounded out in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1 on the evening. He faces a 1-ball count here. Again, we are in the top half of inning number 3, 1 down. As the Andover Aces, this one is fouled down the first base line and out of play. The Aces now turn over their lineup here offensively. It'll be Hoppy, or was Hoppy, then Stoic, followed by Waddell. The 1-1 count. Misses high for ball 2. The lights coming on now as the sun still in its descent behind the right field foul territory, and this pitch misses as Westemeyer now behind in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 now to Stoic, swung on and missed. Good fastball there from Westemeyer. And a full count now to the leadoff man in the order at 3-2, and they wind up in the pitch. And this is lifted high into left center field, going back to the fence, to the wall, and putting that away is Dewick right in front of the Utapils baseball sign on a deep fly ball from Stoic. Stoic trying to match the leadoff batter for the Hawks, as Dewick was the one to go deep in the last half inning. A long fly ball out for out number 2. Nice play again by Dewick out there in center field. And Waddell will come to bat. Waddell is 0 for 2. He lined out to Dewick back in the first inning. And with 2 down now, a twilight evening here from Hamel. That pitch crosses over for strike 1. The 0-1 offering now from Westemeyer. Good off-speed pitch will fall in there for strike 2. As Westemeyer not looking to mess around here. He's ahead quickly in the count. No balls and 2 strikes, trying to get back to the dugout. That pitch will miss outside. 1-2. Waddell again 0 for 1. And he gets a little bit out in front of this one. Tough play here for Briel. A strong throw. Would have had him, but Briel wisely holds on to it on a high chopper. And that will be counted as an infield hit. And Waddell reaches with the 3rd hit of the contest here for Andover on the high chopper. Wisely held on to there by Briel. And that will bring Charlie Hura to bat. Hura, 1 for 1. He did single back in the first inning, made it all the way to second base before dying out there at second base. First pitch misses for ball 1. And the 1-0 now coming from Westermeyer from the stretch, the leg kick and the pitch. And a low, ball 2. 2-0 is our score here, top half of the third inning. And we'll play at least 9 as the lights are starting to come on and light up this beautiful baseball diamond here in Hamel. And just getting a piece of that one, fouling it back to the on-deck circle, is Hura. And that will be strike number 1, 2-1. Here playing in right field. Batting left-handed. Looking to pick up his pitcher here with a potential RBI, the 2-1. And that one is lifted, bloops into right field for a single. And trying to go to third base is the base runner. He will slide in safely. Nice job there by Waddell going from first to third. He hesitated at second as Fleming a little slow getting the ball back into the infield. And now Waddell at third, and Hura, who's 2 for 2 tonight, and he will be standing at first base. Runners on the corners. Again, back-to-back singles. And we'll see what Westermeyer can do. The first runner to make it to third base tonight here for the Aces. Andover looking to answer. They're down 0-2. Swinging through that fastball is Benji Bruce. Bruce 1 for 1. He singled back in the first. We've got runners on the corners. And the 0-1 from Westermeyer. Outside, good stop there by Gray. A ball that was pretty far outside. Gray with a nice stop. Keeps both runners where they're at on the corners. Westermeyer from the stretch now with a 1-1 offering to the number 3 man in the order. And this ball just a bit high. 2-1 now to Benji Bruce. An important pitch here as the Aces trying to get back into the ball game. And this ball is grounded to the shortstop. Pukachar up with it, and a nice throw over to first base. That was a bit of a tough play there as the infield grass really swallowed up the momentum of that ground ball. But a nice strong throw from short to first, and that will again stop the rally. 2 singles on the inning, 2 men left on. After 2 hits, we are through 2.5 innings. Our score 2-0 here on Fox9.com.
Fox 9's Town Ball Tour is in full swing. Join us Wednesdays as we celebrate the small towns of Minnesota. Fox 9's Town Ball Tour, presented by Sieben Carey Personal Injury Law and JTR Roofing.
Join in the fun this summer at CHS Field and watch your Minnesota Twins AAA affiliate, St. Paul Saints. For every Friday night home game in July or August, you have the chance to watch the future stars of tomorrow and wacky in-game promotions, and then enjoy the post-game fireworks show. Down on the field, head to saintsgroups.com and enter the password TOWNBALL to get your exclusive tickets now. Again, that is saintsgroups.com. Enter the password TOWNBALL to get your tickets today. As we go here to the bottom half of inning number 3. Mike Head still on the mound. Leading things off will be the number 3 man in the order for the Hawks, Sam Westermeyer, followed by Braden Gray, and then the first baseman, Dylan Wilson. Again, Westermeyer, the opposing pitcher. This is pitcher versus pitcher in this matchup. Pitchers hit here in town ball competition. Even if teams have designated hitters, oftentimes pitchers will still hit for themselves. And a bit wild there for ball 2 as Westermeyer is 1 for 1. He started things off singling in the first inning for this Hamel offense, and the 2-0. And that does cross over the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now is our count. 2-0 off a 2-run blast off the bat of Reese Duick. And this ball is fouled off the back screen here. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3 hits so far here for the Hamel offense. 4 hits for the Hamel offense. And that pitch misses outside. The count will run full. 3-2 now to Westmeyer. And the pitch. And this one is stroked. A deep drive. And this is in the corner. This is going to be trouble. Extra bases as Westmeyer will cruise in to second base with a stand-up double. And that is the start the Hamel offense wanted. And now we will get a courtesy runner here for Westmeyer.
Batting next for the Hawks, catcher Braden Gray.
So Westmeyer will stay in but have a pinch runner here for him. That is the definition of the courtesy runner, usually for the pitchers and catchers, especially on hot summer evenings like tonight. So a 2-bagger, and now this pitch is hit for a single, and the courtesy runner is being sent home, and he will cross touching home plate for run number 3 on an RBI single by Braden Gray, a first pitch swing, and Gray bloops one into right field, and now our score 3-0.
Batting next for the Hawks, first baseman Dylan Wilson.
Three 3-0 now is our score here for the Hawks. And this will be Dylan Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first inning. So Gray with the RBI single, and now this ball is lifted into center field, drifting over into left center, and making the catch is Hoppy. And we now have 1 out here in the inning. Good play out in center field by Hoppy.
Michael Jacobs.
And there is 1 down. This will bring to bat Mike Jacobs. And a first pitch swinging again. This Hamel offense is aggressive as they are swinging away at that first pitch. 1 down now in the bottom half of the third inning with a runner over at first base in the person of Braden Gray, the 0-1. And I do believe he did go around, so that is strike 2. Jacobs not able to hold up on his check swing. That ball in the dirt. Good stop there by Myers. Keeps the runner over at first base. And Gray. Another good stop by Myers. There's another pitch in the dirt. That'll be ball 1 and strike 2 here to Dylan Wilson. I'm sorry, Mike Jacobs. Jacobs 0 for 1. He flied out to center field back in the first. The 1-2 now is grounded over to second base. This could be 2. Over to short for 1 and over to first. Not in time. A bit of a wild throw there, but no damage done. So Jacobs will reach first base on a fielder's choice.
Stuff for the Hawks shortstop, Jack Punchikar.
And Punchikar now will come to bat here with 2 outs. So almost a double play turn, but a bit of a wild throw there by Waddell as that heads into almost into that first base dugout, but kept out of play. 1 ball now and no strikes to Punchikar. Punchikar 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second base in his first at bat. He will face a 2 ball and no strike count here from Mike Head. Head from the line, or from the stretch and the pitch. This is foul down the third baseline. This is going to go over the fence and out of play. Count will go to 2 balls and 1 strike. So we are in the bottom half of the third inning. This game is not yet 1 hour old. And the last few rays of that sun are visible here right above the clouds. The 2-1, and this is going to be lifted into left field for a single. And stopping at second base. I'm going to throw back to second. Not in time, as Jacobs will stand safely at second base, and Punchikar reaches with the single. So we've got 3 hits here in the inning.
Jack Punchikar. Third base.
And this is Jarrett Briel. Briel, 1 for 1. He singled and scored on the home run back in the second inning. So he was the first run of tonight's contest here for Hamel. They do lead now 3-0. Another big inning offensively as they have 3 hits on the inning. This ball is grounded but foul. Another high chopper. A lot of high choppers in tonight's ball game. Foul and fair. A couple of them being fielded but not in time and going for infield base hits. You'd think that the infield ground may be a little hard there in front of home plate, and the pitch. Swinging through an off-speed pitch is Briel as Head battles back and is now ahead in the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So we got Jacobs at second and Punchikar at first, and the 1-2. And this ball is line foul off the fence and foul territory over there by third base. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. If Briel were to reach, it would be Don Fleming, the number 9 batter. He's in the on-deck circle. And actually looks like we might have a pinch hitter for Fleming. Head getting the ball, stepping on to the pitcher's mound from the stretch. Takes a look back at second, and the pitch home. And this ball is going to be lined into the gap in right field. This will get all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. They're sending the next base runner. 2 runs will score on a 2-run RBI double by your number 8 hitter, Jarrett Briel. Briel is 2 for 2 tonight, and now has a run scored and 2 very important RBIs. The score now 5-0 in favor of Hamel.
Batting next for the Hawks, Nolan Ticky.
And we'll have a pinch batter here, Nolan Ticky. And we will have a conference on the mound here. And as we do, we will step aside here on Fox9.com. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're watching the Town Ball Tour here on Fox 9.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Every Friday and Saturday Saints home game is on Fox 9 Plus. Leave everything out on the field. Get out there and get after it and show them what we're made of.
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
3 runs are in on the inning as Nolan Ticky will get his first at bat. We've got Briel over there at second base in scoring position. Mike Head will stay in the game and fires a first pitch strike as Ticky swings through. We've had 2 doubles and 2 singles this inning, as 3 Hawks have come across to score. A 1-1 count now coming to the number 9 spot here. Nolan Ticky batting for Don Fleming, and the pitch. He checked his swing and he did hold up, says our home plate umpire. 2-1 now is the count. 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning, and the pitch. And this ball is lined foul off the fence again as Ticky ahead of the offering from Mike Head. They'll even the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch now coming from Head. Kicks and fires, and this ball bounces to the catcher. Another good stop there by Myers. and I always say that having a good catcher is like having a good goalie, stopping everything off the body, keeping the ball or the puck in front of them. The 3-2. And that just does miss for ball 4, so a free pass to Nolan Trickey. And Trickey will trot down to first base. That's the first base on balls tonight. And first walk of tonight's contest for either pitcher. Both pitchers have been consistently around the strike zone. And the offensive man of the night here so far, Reese DeWitt, comes to bat. He is 1 for 2, and that one was a special one back in the second inning. A 2-run homer in the power alley in right center field, and the pitch misses. We'll go to 2-0 to the number 1 hitter, the leadoff man. And the 8th man to bat here in this inning. The 2-0 offering, a very important pitch. This ball is lifted into left field, coming on, and making the catch is Pelage for out number 3. So after 3 innings,
Andover 0.
there were 4 runs and 3 hits. I'm sorry, 4 runs and 3 runs and 4 hits, I'm sorry, in this bottom half of the 3rd inning. And after 3 in the books, our score 5-0 in favor of the hometown Hawks.
How many years has Tim Fleming, either as a player or manager, been associated with the Hamel Hawks? Anybody has the answer? Come on over. See if you're right.
More is better, and Fox 9 now has more. More streaming, more local stories, more shows, and, well, more. Go ahead, try it out, and discover more on the Fox 9 News app and at fox9.com.
Welcome back here to the top half of inning number 4. You're looking live at Fortin Field here in Hamel, Minnesota, as we are on the Town Ball Tour. A big thank you to Fox 9 and fox9.com for this stop here on the Town Ball Tour. Last September, the Minnesota Twins hosted a salute to the Town Ball champions at Target Field. This summer, the event will be bigger and better. Mark your calendars for Saturday, September 10th, and stay tuned for more information on upcoming Fox 9 Town Ball Tour live streams. No score bug if you're missing that on your screen tonight. We've had some technical difficulties, lost power for a split second, and just not able to get that back on your screen. As we head to the top half of the 4th inning, leading things off for Andover.
First baseman Tyler Brick.
As Tyler Brick. Brick is 0 for 1 of the strikeout. First pitch swinging, grounded over to Puchikar. He's up with it, and a strong throw over to first base gets the runner. 1 pitch, 1 out. Again, 6-3 if you're scoring at home.
Next up for the Aces.
1 down here in the 4th inning.
Pujols.
And this will be Sam Pujols. Pujols 0 for 1 with a ground out. Speaking of the Minnesota Twins, they lost a heartbreaker earlier today as the White Sox walked them off in 10 innings. A final score of 8-9. Twins lose by 1. Try to get a Saints score for you as well. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. Good action there by Westmeyer. Westmeyer continuing here with the shutout. Put up 3 zeros on the board and the pitch. And swung on and missed for strike 3. The 3rd strikeout of the night here for Westmeyer. All 3 by swinging. And 2 up, 2 quickly down here in the top half of the inning for the Aces. Logan Myers went down swinging in his only at bat. He is 0 for 1. Steps into the right-handed batter's box and takes a look. And first pitch swinging. This is in the air toward left. Camping under it and making the catch is Jacobs for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. We have 3.5 in the books. Our score 5-0 in favor of the hometown Hawks. And we'll be right back here on fox9.com.
For years, people have come to me and they've said, our kids get really nervous during severe weather. Is there something you can recommend? I've always said the same thing. Make your children the storm captain. Give them a hat, a clipboard with your personal storm plan written down, a whistle, and when we start talking about a severe thunderstorm watch, your storm captain is in charge of mustering the entire family with your personal storm plan. Give them power over the storm.
And speaking of the Minnesota Twins, let's take a look at Major League birthdays, Major League Baseball birthdays today. A happy birthday to Willie Randolph. He turned 68 today. Randolph played primarily with the New York Yankees and was the first black manager in New York when he took over the Mets back in the mid-2000s. And the 28th birthday today for Andrew Benintendi, a World Series champ with the Red Sox back in 2018. Also, Manny Machado today turns 30. And a happy birthday to President George Bush. He turned 76 today. As you might remember, Bush, the former president, was a part owner of the Texas Rangers from 1989 through 1998. And who can forget when he threw out the first pitch before Game 3 of the 2001 World Series. The Yankees were taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks shortly thereafter, 9/11. And when you watch highlights of that, it still gives me chills. So happy birthday to Willie Randolph, Andrew Benintendi, Manny Machado, and former President George W. Bush. Moving into the bottom half of inning number 4. Leading things off will be the second baseman Tyler Schell, followed by Sam Westermeyer, and then Braden Gray in the hole. Hamel sent 8 men to bat back in the 3rd inning. And the only man that did not bat was Tyler Schell, and he will lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th. And we do have a new pitcher here on the mound for Andover. This is number 20. And this is Jake Njomvik. So hopefully we'll get a pronunciation here.
Leading off for the Hawks, second baseman Tyler Schell.
And Tyler Schell will be the first man to face the new pitcher. Number 20. Also a big right-hander on the mound, and a sweeping curveball misses for a ball 1, and we are underway here in the bottom of the 4th. Again, our score 5-0 in favor of the hometown Hawks. Swinging through that pitch for a strike is Schell. Schell reached on an error back in the 1st inning and made it all the way to 3rd base before being one of the outs in the inning. And this ball grounded down the first base line, but foul past that first base bag. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Schell, the number 2 man in the order here for the Hawks. And the 1-2 offering. And he does not hold up on the check swing, and Schell will go down swinging. The first strikeout here of the afternoon for Njomvik.
Sam Westermeyer.
Sam Westermeyer has a hot bat tonight. He's 2 for 2. He's got a double and a single. Did score a run. 1 down now. He will face the new relief pitcher, and another sweeping curveball again misses. 1 ball and no strikes. And that pitch is fouled back off the screen. And we're in the bottom half of the 4th inning here. Again, our score bug not working. And this ball is going to be lined into center field for a base hit. And Westermeyer, again with a hot bat. He's 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double.
Batting next for the Hawks, catcher Braden Gray.
He's been on base all 3 times, and now here is Braden Gray. Gray swinging a hot bat as well. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And we'll see if the battery mates here, Westermeyer and Gray, can be a thorn in the side of the Aces. Gray batting left-handed, again singled back in the first, singled and doubled and scored in the third. And the count will go to no balls and 1 strike. And now we do have our score bug up. 5-0 here in the bottom half of inning number 4. And the 0-1 offering misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Dejumvic comes in, gets a strikeout and gives up his first base hit on the single to Westmeyer. And the 1-1 pitch as the runner takes off for second base. The throw down to second is in time. Not in time, says our field umpire. And so successful on the stolen base attempt is the courtesy runner for Westermeyer. And now he will be in scoring position as the Hawks putting the pedal to the metal here, keeping the pressure on. This ball is lifted into center field. This is going to be dropped for a base hit. And the runner will come around to score as Braden Gray keeping that hot bat going, as well as Westermeyer. And the pitcher and catcher here for the Hawks, both 3 for 3, and both featuring prominently on the scoreboard. And now our score is 6-0 in favor of Hamel. And this will be Dylan Wilson. 0 for 2, he struck out and flew out. One in, 1 down, the 0-1, and this is fouled back off the backstop. Two hits, back-to-back singles, and the stolen base has produced the 6th run of the contest. As Hamel now scoring in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th inning, and this ball is lined but foul. As Dylan Wilson a bit ahead of that one. Pulls it foul. No balls and 2 strikes now to the tall first baseman. And number 10 measuring out his swing. And here is Jake, and this ball again is lined foul off the fence and will bounce back onto the field of play. And Dumsmovic is ahead in the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Trying to keep the damage only to 1 run here in the inning. And the 0-2 offering now from the big right-hander. He comes home with it, and this ball down the third base line and foul. As Wilson trying to measure it out here. He's gone down that third base line 3 times, foul. A little bit closer, though. That was just to the left side of the third base bag. As Wilson trying to straighten it out here. The pitch, and gets him on the outside. Nice outside pitch there. As he was ahead on the inside pitches, fouling him down the third baseline and gets him to chase. Second strikeout on the inning. Second strikeout by a swing. It'll be up to Michael Jacobs to come to bat now. Jacobs is 0 for 2. He did reach on the fielder's choice and came in to score.
Michael Sturrick.
So we got 2 down in the inning with a runner at first base. And the pitch. Crosses over for a strike. And this is number 13. Pinch batter here for Mike Jacobs. Get the name for you here real quick. Michael Sturek. And he is hit by a pitch. He will walk down and take his base. So we've had our first hit batter.
Next up, shortstop, Jack Punchikar.
And Punchikar will come to bat. Punchikar 1 for 2, singled and scored back in the third. And with 2 down, the left-hander has a chance here at RBI with 1 man in scoring position. As Sturek, the first man to be hit by a pitch. Getting behind in the count now, 2-0. Punchikar again singled in the third and scored. And the 2-0 offering. And that misses low, ball 3. So with 2 runners on here, second and first. 3-0 count and a 6-0 lead. We'll see how aggressively Hamel wants to play it here. Taking all the way was Punchikar, and that will be a strike. So the 3-1 count now, still a hitter's count here to Punchikar. With 2 down and the pitch. And that's inside, almost hit him. And after the hit by a pitch, we have a walk.
Next up, third baseman, Jarrett Briol.
And the third baseman now, Jarrett Briel, he is 2 for 2. He singled and scored, and he hit a double as he wants to stay with the hot bat. We've got Gray over at third base, Sturek at second, Punchikar at first. As we have a conference on the mound here, get set defensively. Again, it is Dumjovic's job to keep the deficit here at just 6-0. I don't think we're going to have a relief pitcher here. We're just having a conference on the mound. Now the umpires come out to break it up. Again, just giving the relief pitcher a little bit of time to relax, set himself here as he now faces bases loaded. But again, 2 outs. We're in the bottom half of the 4th inning. We've got a hawk on each base as these bags are juiced for Jarrett Briel. Briel has scored a run. He steps in the bat now. First pitch is outside for a ball. Large crowd on hand. Second pitch high for ball 2. So again, bases loaded here as the pressure really ratcheting it up on the Andover Aces. The 2-0. And that does cross over. An important strike there. Count will go to 2 balls and 1 strike. Dumjovic just has to induce a little contact here and let his defense make a play for him. He misses and rings the count to 3-1. So make him hit it and have your defense come up for you here. 3-1. And that does cross over as Briel 2 steps across home plate as he thought he was walked. And Hawk fans don't like it. But the count will go full here. 3-2, a big pitch in this ball game, and the pitch. And fighting that off, fouling it down the third baseline as the runners were taking off. Runner from third was 3/4 the way down to home plate. We'll do the 3-2 all over again. The pressure really ratcheting up here on the Aces, and the pitch. And this is grounded to short. Waddell up with it, and Waddell cannot field it cleanly. 1 run will score. As a costly error there made by Waddell. Charged the big hop and just not able to get leather on it.
Next up, number 29, Hickey.
And 2 runs will score, as the score now is 8-0 in favor of the hometown Hawks. So an error as Briel will reach. The first pitch is a ball to Ticky. Ticky walked in his first plate appearance. And the count will go to 1-1 after the foul ball. So the base runner for Gray comes in to score, as does Sturrock. And another foul ball out of play. 3 runs across here in the bottom half of the 4th inning makes our score 8-0. Again, the Hawks have scored in the 2nd, 3rd, and now the 4th inning. Runners at the corners and the pitch. Crosses over for strike 3, and that freezes Ticky. And more importantly, that is the 3rd out, as again 8 men come to bat. And we had, I think, 2 hits, a walk, an error, and a hit batter, and that will lead to 3 runs here in the 4th inning. After 4 are in the books, and some fans are making their way possibly to their cars, hopefully just to the concession stand. The score 8-0 in favor of Hamel.
This is Fox 9 Plus.
Let's get started, everybody.
Today's biggest talkers.
Charles and I have been talking about this all morning.
Award-winning comedy.
This gets better and better.
Minnesota's only local news at 7.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Plus,
More good news.
a whole lot more.
More than this?
More than we can use.
Game shows, court shows,
Now we're getting somewhere.
your shows. Fox 9 Plus. Something for everyone.
And welcome back here to the Town Ball Tour. If you love a little Town Ball baseball, remember the state tournament is coming up. The state tournament dates will be August 19th through 21st, August 26th through 28th, and September 2 through 5. And the sites for Class A, the state tournament will be at Bell Field in Faribault. Class B will host the state tournament at Memorial Field in Dundas. And the Class C tournament will be in Mealsville at Jack Ruhr Field.
Starting us off in the top of the 5th for the Aces is their designated hitter, Tyler Rowland.
And as we move here to the 5th inning, it will be Tyler Rowland, followed by Hoppy, and then the top of the order in Stoik. As Anderson, trailing by 8 now, needs to put together some hits and get onto the scoreboard. Rowland 0 for 1. He flew out to the center fielder back in the 2nd inning. He swings and misses. And now the count will go to no balls and 2 strikes. And I think that hit the catcher Gray on the throwing hand. And so our home plate umpire will come out and have a word with the pitcher. Make sure that Gray can take a few moments to shake that one off. And Gray will shake it off. Continue in the game here. He'll fill that one tomorrow morning when he wakes up for work. No balls and 2 strikes now to Tyler Rowland. Rowland the DH, not playing in the field. And this one is lined to the shortstop, and coming up is Punchakar as he snags that one for out number 1. So a dying liner, and Punchakar picks that one right up off the dirt for out number 1. And this will be Kyle Hoppy. Hoppy facing Westmeyer. Westmeyer with an 8-0 lead and be a little bit more relaxed there on the mound. Got a pretty nice cushion. This ball is lined into left field, coming on, making the catches, Jacobs. A nice running catch there by the left fielder. So a liner to the left fielder. And there are quickly 2 down here in the top half of inning number 5. As the order will turn over yet again here for the Aces. This is Connor Stoik. He's 0 for 2. He grounded to short. And a long fly ball to the center fielder in his last at bat. And he lifts this first offering up. Again into center field. Now the right fielder Fleming comes on and makes the catch. And actually that was Ticky. Ticky comes on and makes the catch out in right field. And in between here, the 5th inning, as we've got 4.5 in the books, our score 8-0, still in favor of the hometown Hawks here from Hamel. And with Major League Baseball on our minds, let's take a look at this date in Major League Baseball history. Back in 1932, Cubs shortstop Billy Jurgis was shot twice in his Chicago hotel room by a spurned girlfriend, Violet Popovich Valley. In a scuffle for the gun, Jurgis is hit in the shoulder and the hand. Jurgis fails to prosecute, and Valley will be signed to a 22-week contract to sing in local nightclubs in Chicago. On July 6, 1933, the first Major League All-Star game was played at Comiskey Park. And none other than Babe Ruth was the first star of All-Stars. Hit a 2-run home run, and that was the margin of victory as the American League beat the National League 4-2. And on July 6, back in 1956, Ford Frick inaugurates the Cy Young Award to honor one outstanding pitcher each year. The Baseball Writers Association will do the voting, and only one pitcher will be honored for the first 11 years, and then in 1967 they open it up to a pitcher in both leagues to be selected for the Cy Young. Earlier today, we saw the Chicago Cubs win the series against the Milwaukee Brewers. For you Wisconsinites out there, the Cubs 2-1 over the Brew Crew. Again, it was the Twins falling by a run to the White Sox. And now here in the bottom half of inning number 5. We do have a pinch batter. And this is, this is Braden Green. This is Jackson Sunt. Jackson Sunt is down in the count at no balls and 2 strikes. And Sunt now in the left-handed batter's box looks at an 0-2 count, and he'll step out. Seems to be a bit of a fan favorite here, as we've got some fans in the stands here cheering for Sunt. Sunt in the leadoff position here. He's batting for Dewick. Dewick 1 for 3 on the night. Hit that 2-run shot back in the second inning to open the scoring here for the Hamel Hawks. Count now 1-2, and the pitch, and that is lined foul, just off of a fan's hand over here in foul territory. And the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chumvik on the mound, and here is a chopper fielded by Myers, and the throw to first got him. Nice play there by the catcher Myers as he came out of his crouch down the third baseline, picks up the chopper, and a strong throw to first. Gets Sunt by a couple of steps for out number 1.
In his first at-bat of the game, number 17, Andrew Leonhardt.
And another pinch batter here, number 17, Andrew Leonhardt. And Leonhardt in the game for the first time tonight. As the bench for the Hawks starting to empty here, he fouls that offering back, and they'll go to no balls and 2 strikes. So we'll do the best we can here to get the pinch batters and fielders into tonight's broadcast. The 0-2 count now, and that is dribbled foul. Leonhardt batting in the number 2 position in the batting lineup here for Hamel. Hamel has 8 runs on 10 hits, and I do not believe they have an error. Count 1-2 now to the number 2 position in the lineup here, Leonhardt. Shell was 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and his 2 trips the bat. And here's a ground ball to Waddle. Up with it cleanly, and a throw over to first. It pulls the first baseman Brick off the bag. He tried to do a sweep tag and was late. And reaching safely, I believe that will be an error on the throw. And Leonhardt will end up at first base. And Westermeyer will stay in the ballgame and bat for himself. And why not? He's 3 for 3 here. Got the hot hand at bat. With a runner on and 1 down. Looks at a pitch outside for a ball. The 1-0 now coming from Jimbovic. And the pitch. And this ball is lifted into left field. Over is Pullholz, and he will put it away for out number 2. And so cooling off a bit at bat is Westermeyer. He's now 3 for 4. And that is the second out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And another hot hand tonight, Braden Gray comes to bat. Gray also 3 for 3, looking to keep the hit train going. 2 down now with a runner at first base. A 8-run lead here for the hometown Hawks as the last bit of the sun's rays going down behind the horizon. And the pitch, and a looping curveball misses outside for a ball. Two down, and the left-handed batting catcher here, 3 for 3. Looking for a good pitch to hit, and I think he might have got one there as this one comes in and bloops right in front of the center fielder. And the base runner, Leonhardt, will go from first to third. As Mr. Gray swinging that hot bat, he's 4 for 4 with the bloop single right in front of Hoppy. And now runners at the corners. The Hawks have scored in each inning besides the first. And now batting Dylan Wilson, looking for his first hit. He's got 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Swings and fouls one off. So 4 hits on the contest here for Braden Gray. He wants another at bat. It's not every night you go 4 for 4. And you can see a big smile on the catcher's face. And the 0-1 offering now here to Wilson with 2 on. And it does cross over the outside corner for strike 2. Dimjovic ahead in the count now at no balls in 2 strikes, trying to get out of this inning. And the pitch. And this ball is lifted into foul territory over by the first base dugout and out of play. Trying to get out of the inning here without giving up any runs are the Aces. Andover in the top half of the 6th inning will send to bat their 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Actually, I'm sorry, they'll send to bat, I believe, their 2, 3, and 4 hitters. So a chance to get on the scoreboard here if they can just get out of this inning. The 0-2, and that one does get a little bit too much inside on Wilson and hits him. And Wilson will trot down to first base. And that will load the bases yet again here for this dangerous lineup here for Hamel. And Sturrock will get his second at bat. He unofficially did not have it back as he was hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning. But he comes up here with bases loaded and looks at a first pitch strike. So ducks on the pond, or I should say hawks on the pond. There's a hawk at each base. The 0-1 pitch and swung on and missed. Good little off-speed pitch there by Demjovic. And he's quickly ahead in the count now. No balls in, 2 strikes. He's pitching from the windup here with the bases loaded. That misses outside. So oftentimes when bases are loaded, you'll see the pitcher, especially if they're a little more comfortable pitching from the windup, as Demjovic is. And now they count 1-2, and a ground ball here hit to short, and touching second base wisely is Waddell for out number 3. So there was an error, a single, and hit by a pitch, and all 3 runners will die on their bases. No runs, and 3 runners left here. We've played 5 complete, and our score after 5, 8-0 in favor of the Hamel Hawks.
Oh, look. Friday and Saturday Saints home games are on Fox 9 Plus. A new catch. Today keeps getting better. Yoo-hoo!
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
And welcome back, baseball fans. It's the top half of inning number 6. Looks like we will have a pitching change here for Hamel. Join in the fun this summer at CHS Field and watch your Minnesota Twins AAA affiliate, the St. Paul Saints. For every Friday night home game in July or August, you have a chance to watch the future stars of tomorrow and wacky in-game promotions, and then enjoy the post-game fireworks show down on the field. Head to saintsgroups.com and enter the password TOWNBALL to get your exclusive tickets now. Again, that's saintsgroups.com and enter the password TOWNBALL to get your exclusive tickets today. And the new pitcher here for Hamel is number 41, and that is Zachary Olson. So Olson in on the mound in relief here for
the Hawks have a new pitcher.
Westmeyer.
Zachary Olson.
And Zachary Olson.
Housekeeping things real quick here before we started off is somebody has lost their purse, so if anyone has found a backpack purse, please bring it to the announcer stand. Thank you.
It will be Waddell, Hura, and Bruce here as the Aces look to get onto the scoring column. The first offering from Olson is over the outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. This is lifted into left field, and going back on it is the shortstop, and he puts it away for out number 1. So 2 pitches and 1 out as Waddell flies out to short, and there's 1 down. Again, the top half of the 6th inning. And this will be Charlie Hura. Hura is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Looking to keep that hot bat going. It'll be Hura, then Bruce, and then Brick, if anyone were to reach. Swinging through that off-speed pitch for strike. Nice job there by Olson. This is our first time seeing Olson pitching tonight. All zeros on the board here defensively for the Hawks. And getting just a piece of that to stay alive is Hura. 1-2 now to the left-handed batter. Here looking for his 3rd hit of tonight's contest. And the pitch. High and outside for ball 2. They'll even the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I've got 4 hits so far in the contest for Andover. 2 of those belonging to the man at bat right now. And he swings through that offering for strike 3. So 2 up, 2 down here. It will be up to Benji Bruce, the third baseman, to start the rally off. First strikeout for Zachary Olson in on relief is our second out. Bruce 1 for 2. He singled back in the first and grounded to short in the third. So Waddell's got a hit. Hira's got 2, and Bruce has 1 here in the heart of the lineup for Andover. And another foul ball into the fans in the stands. Westermeyer had 3 strikeouts, did not walk a batter, and did, like I said, gave up those 4 hits, scattered the 4 hits, we should say, as he pitched 5 strong innings, and this ball lifted into the alley. A nice running attempt by the center fielder. And I think that will be counted as a double for Bruce. So Bruce was a tough play out there in center field. So a double there for Bruce, and that'll bring Tyler Brick to bat. And that could be a rally starter there, as Bruce standing on second base, and he's in scoring position. Tyler Brick now 0 for 2 coming to bat. And only the 5th hit in tonight's contest here for Andover, but we're only in the 6th inning. A lot of baseball left to be played. You just need to chip away at the 8-run lead. Just like you eat an alligator, 1 bite at a time, 1 run at a time. First offering from Olson is outside for a ball. Again, first time the order has seen this new pitcher. Westermeyer was solid, not flashy, had 3 strikeouts, but always around the plate, no walks. And this ball is going to be right at the second baseman. Shell picks it up and throws out the runner. So I thought he was going to catch it in the air. He does not, but an easy throw over to Wilson at first for out number 3. So the 1 hit on the inning and 1 runner left. No runs come across. And after 5.5 in the books, our score 8-0 still in favor of the Hawks.
And Tim Fleming's been with Hamel, coach plus manager.
Fox 9's Ice Cream Social, coming to a town near you. Visit fox9.com/ice cream.
Audio tickets.
And heading to the bottom half of the 6th inning, and we have a new pitcher for Andover, number 77. On the bump here, he's a right-hander, and this is Meyer Schmitz. So Meyer Schmitz will come in to pitch. The 3rd pitcher here in the contest for Andover. And the crowd now beginning to thin out a bit here as they lead a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here, 8-0 in favor of the hometown Hamel Hawks. We do want to thank you for staying with us here on the broadcast. Again, it is a pure joy to be able to bring you live baseball, town baseball, here on fox9.com. This is stop number 8 here this summer. And we'll take a look at the schedule here for next week, as we've got 2 more stops after tonight. And next week we will be in Green Isle on July 13th, and then finishing in Waterville 2 weeks from now on July 20th. So been a beautiful night here for baseball in the cool of the evening. The sun just about set. The bright stadium lights are fully on. And we've got a few more innings of baseball here, as we do have another pinch batter here for the shortstop Punchakar. This is number 7. First name Nate, and Nate takes a first pitch ball. And the bench is really beginning to open now. Nate Sawtell gets his first at bat. Swings and misses, and he's even in the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nate Sawtell wearing number 7, the black batting gloves. That pitch misses outside, 2-1. The 2-1 offering now from Schmitz. And this ball is lifted into center field. Going to be a hard play here for the center fielder. And he does make a nice play, does Hoppy. I believe that's still Hoppy out in center field. Puts it away for out number 1. Good job defensively. And Sawtell is the first out of the inning. And number 23, Caleb Yao, into bat for Briel. And so Briel will end up 2 for 3, as the third baseman will have a seat here and be a spectator for the rest of tonight's action. Caleb Yowell with his first plate appearance here, number 23. That ball is fouled back, and the count will be even at 1 ball and 1 strike. One down here in the bottom half of inning number 6. With a 1 ball and 1 strike count here. You would assume that Yao will be the new third baseman. Hamel has scored in 4 out of the 6 innings. I'm sorry, 3 out of the 6 innings so far here, yet to score in the 6th. They had 2 runs in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, and 3 in the 4th. To tally their total of 8 runs. Yowell swings and misses. They'll even the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're approaching the almost 2-hour mark of this baseball contest. The 2-2 now from Schmidt. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and Yowell will sit down, the victim of the swinging strikeout. First strikeout on the contest for Meyer Schmitz.
And welcome to the plate, number 29, Nolan Tickey.
And Nolan Tickey will have his 3rd at bat of the evening. He came in for Don Fleming. He walked and struck out, so he is officially 0 for 1. Batting in the number 9 spot in the order, and he looks at a first pitch strike. Second pitch misses, and the count will go to 1 ball and 1 strike. And the payoff pitch is fouled into the third base dugout, actually off that fence there. A lot of foul balls going off the fence and bouncing back into the field of play. Count will go now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning here from Hamel, Minnesota. And this pitch is lifted foul and out of play. Beautiful Fortin Field Stadium here in Hamel. The festivities here finishing up with the town ball game. Earlier tonight there was free pony rides. And that pitch crosses, freezes him for strike 3. So after the free pony rides photo booth, Hamel Rodeo, we've got
Andover Aces 0, Hamel Hawks 8.
a score of 8-0. And we've got 6 complete here from Hamel. Again, we thank you for joining us here on Fox9.com. Schmitz goes out and does his job. And we'll be back here with the 7th inning here on Fox9.com when we return.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Every Friday and Saturday Saints home game is on Fox 9 Plus. Leave everything out on the field. Get out there and get after it and show them what we're made of.
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
And welcome back here to Hamel Baseball. Hamel leads 8-0 as we are 6 innings into tonight's contest and about an hour and 45 minutes worth of gameplay. A big thank you to the Lions Club here in Hamel for making this a eventful evening. A big thank you to Fox 9 and Fox9.com, and also to our producers back in the studio, Brad Duke. I am Phil McLaughlin, and behind the camera tonight, Kit Callis. Our executive producer, Andy Price. A big shout out to all the people behind the scenes to make tonight's broadcast possible. And a big thank you to both of these teams for putting on a entertaining ball game here so far. The crowd again beginning to thin out a bit here as we are enjoying a beautiful sunset and an 8-0 lead here by the hometown Hawks. We've got a new pitcher in for Hamel, and this is Blake Schumacher.
Starting out for the Andover Aces, we welcome for the first time tonight number 12, Nolan Hartman.
And Nolan Hartman will come to bat, as now players on both benches will enter tonight's contest. This will be Hartman's first at bat. He is batting for Sam Palaz, the left fielder, as he faces Schumacher, both with their first action in tonight's contest. Schumacher's first pitch misses low. 1-0 now to Hartman. Hartman wearing number 12, batting left-handed. And a bit of a submarine sidearmed delivery here by Schumacher. And that'll give these Aces a little bit of something different to look at here in the batter's box, as he's pitching from the stretch here with no runners on is Schumacher, a crafty right-hander. Pitches from the stretch, and with his delivery, he drops that elbow down and comes actually sidearmed, or maybe even a little bit below sidearm. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hartman. And the payoff pitch from Schumacher, a bit inside, a little more than a bit. And the count will run full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2 offering to the left-handed batter is fouled off and out of play. Tip of the cap to Gray catching here. He's gone 6.5 innings here behind the plate on a evening that started off warm. Direct sun, mid-80s as we kick things off here. First pitch a little bit after 7:30. This ball gets away from Gray. And hitting down on the base on balls is Hartman. And so coming in, Schumacher throws his first walk of the evening. And Hartman will trot down to first base, and now coming to bat will be Logan Myers. Myers 0 for 2. He struck out and flew out tonight. And by my count, that is the first walk here given up by a pitcher for Hamel. Westermeyer did not give up any walks, only scattered 4 hits. And Zachary Olson did not give up a walk as well. So the first walk of the night issued here, first free pass by a Hawk pitcher. And with no outs, the Aces with a runner at first and a good start here to a rally, late inning rally. We're in the 7th. We play 9 innings here in town ball baseball. The 0-2 pitch now coming from Schumacher. Again from the stretch, drops down. Here is a high chopper. Fielded at short and not in time. A speedy Myers down the first baseline. And runs that one out for an infield single. It was a high chopper. And I believe that was Sawtell out there at short. He fielded it cleanly and a good strong throw to first, but blazing down that first baseline was Myers, and he'll reach on an infield hit. And just like that, there are no outs and 2 runners on here for the Aces. Schumacher now in a bit of a jam, and that pitch is inside. And we do have another pinch batter here for the Aces, and this is Chayton Fisher. Fisher looks at a 1-0 count, and the pitch swung through. Nice pitch there by Schumacher, and the count will go to 1 ball and 1 strike. Batting in place of the designated hitter, Roland. Roland was 0 for 2 in that designated hitter spot. The 1-1 pitch to Fisher misses for ball 2. Fisher wearing number 30, batting left-handed for the first time tonight. The 2-1 now with 2 runners on from Schumacher. Just a bit high. Tried to climb the ladder there, was not able to induce a swing from Fisher. And it'll be a hitter's count now, 3-1. And we'll see if Schumacher can get back around home plate. The 3-1 swung on and missed. The foul tip there by Fisher. And that'll bring the count even, or full, I'm sorry, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a hit to the outfield should score a run. Got some good speed on the base pass here. The 3-2 now to Fisher. And this ball is lifted in the air. Going out as the shortstop, coming in as the left fielder, and the shortstop will make the play. I believe that was Sawtell. And that is out number 1. So Fisher flies out to the shortstop.
Now batting for the Andover Aces is their number 1, Anthony Kuznia.
And Anthony Kuznia will come to bat. He'll be batting in place of Kyle Hoppy, and I believe playing in center field defensively. We'll bat left-handed here with 2 on. Looks at a first pitch offering from Schumacher outside for ball 1. And the 1-0 offering with 1 down. This ball is lifted in the air into foul territory and out of play. So Kuznia, his first at bat here, is going with the high socks. Got the short pants right under the knee, the bright blue socks with the stripes. Kind of going old school there, and the pitch. And just getting out of the way of that inside pitch. A good stop again by Gray. Gray doing the dirty work there, keeping the shutout, preserving that shutout. And it'll be a 2-1 count now to Kuznia. Runner at first, runner at second, and Schumacher from the stretch takes a look back. Now he'll fire home and gets a fly ball foul and out of play. Kuznia stays alive now. The count will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Batting in the number 9 spot in the order here for Andover. And the payoff pitch here coming from Schumacher. Fires home, and another ball lifted foul and out of play. So even though Andover trailing 8-0 here, they're still battling and having good at bats. Who knows what could happen when you have a lot of outs to play with left. Kuznia again at bat here in a battle, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's fouled off 3 straight pitches. Schumacher from the stretch again with 2 runners on. Gets the sign from Gray. Kicks and fires. And again, lifted foul into the same spot over into that adjacent field. And we'll do the 2-2 all over again. A couple more foul balls come in, are handed to our home plate umpire. Eight 0 is our score here, but the Aces are knocking on the door. The 2-2. And this is lined into left field. This is going to fall for a base hit. And 1 run will score as a RBI double for Kuznia. And Andover is on the scoreboard for the first run of the ball game.
Hey, if there's any Hamel Hawk fans out there that like to do
And also, Kuznia trots in the second base with a double.
free to shag those foul balls and bring them on over to the Hamel Hawk dugout. Thank you.
Hartman will score the first run of the evening here for Andover. And now there are runners in scoring position at second and third, and still only 1 out. This ball is fouled back. No balls and 1 strike. Schumacher trying to get out of this inning. And that pitch is low, 1-1. And batting here for the Aces, this is Nate Ostland. Ostland with his first at bat. Batting in the leadoff here position. In the order, and he swings this as a dribbler over to the pitcher. Schumacher will toss over to first for out number 2, but another run does come across. And Andover now with 2 runs in this inning, again chipping away at the lead. So Myers comes in to score. And Kuznia will be all the way at third base here with 2 outs. And the 1-0 offering now from Schumacher. And I believe we do have swung on and missed for a strike. This is number 34 up to bat. Is going deep into the bench here. 34 is Cole Cryer. Cryer with his first at bat tonight. Missing outside is Schumacher. Cole Cryer, number 34. And the pitch. And that misses as well. And we've got the runner over at third base here with 2 outs, and Cryer needs to get safely on base here and continue this rally as the Hawks chip away, the Aces chip away at this Hawks lead. And there is a walk as Cryer will take a base.
Now batting for the Aces, number 29, Charlie Hura.
And Charlie Hura will come to bat. Hura 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a strikeout. And now the pressure here dialing up just a couple of notches here for Hamel as 2 runs are across, 2 runners on, and the heart of the lineup here coming up for Andover. If Hura can get a single here, we'll keep the rally going. Again, runners on the corners. We've got 2 runs in here on the inning. And you know that Fleming coming out and just settling down his relief pitcher. There's still a 6-run lead. All your job is to do is to get the batter. Just play catch here with Gray. The first offering swung on and missed. Big cut there by Hura. Looks like he was trying to hit a 3-run shot. He swings through the fastball. 0-1. Here is Schumacher from the stretch. And that sidearm action, and this ball is lifted over the shortstop's head. This is going to fall into the gap. This could be trouble. 1 run is in. They're going to wave around the next runner. 2 runs will score on the RBI double by Charlie Hora. And don't go anywhere, folks, as the Aces have chopped this lead in half. The score now 8-4 in favor of Hamel. That's the way you do it, ladies and gentlemen, with 1 down.
Is there number 28?
We still got 1 down in the inning. And again, a runner in scoring position and a dangerous batter in Benji Bruce. He's 2 for 3. Last time up, he hit a double. Looking to stay in the hit parade here and bring the Aces even closer. Score 8-4 now. 4 runs across in this inning. The biggest inning offensively for either team tonight, and Schumacher gets back on track with a first pitch strike. The 0-1. Outside, a ball gets stopped there by Gray. But 2 runs do come across on the RBI double for Hura. And the 1-1 now from Schumacher, and that's on the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 now as Schumacher trying to battle back. Again, Bruce 2 for 3 on the night. That pitch is inside, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cryer came in to score in his only appearance here offensively as the 4th run of tonight's contest for the Aces. Here's a 2-2. This is lifted. This is going to drop right. No, nice catch there by the right fielder. Ticky comes in with a sliding catch and takes a calculated risk there. He slides in. If he would have missed it, that would have rolled all the way to the fence. I thought that might have been a blooper in front of the right fielder. But instead, Ticky comes in, makes a nice defensive stop, and will stop the bleeding at 4 runs. So after 6 1/2 innings in the books, we have a new score as Andover has put 4 runs across, and the new score now, Hamel 8 and Andover 4.
By our bat boy Max Rayner and his mom and dad Tiffany and Steven. Also, I have been informed that the sound system at the big screen may be a little loud, so those that are standing close may want to take their 7th inning stretch by walking my way.
Now we'll have our 7th inning stretch here in Hamel. And leading us in, I believe it will be the Hamel bat boy Max Romer and parents Tiffany and Steven.
That would be along the first baseline.
Take Me Out to the Ball Game here performed during the 7th inning stretch.
Thank you, and thank you, Hamel Hawks fans. Just as I let you know that the beer and food will be shutting down here at the bottom of the 7th. So if anybody wanted a last call, now's the time, folks. Now's the time. The Aces did score 4. That's got our game here in the half of 7 at a score of 4-8.
8-4 is our score here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Again, Schmitz on the mound in his 2nd inning of relief for Andover. And after the Aces score 4 runs, the big job now, the big task here for Schmitz is to get 3 outs without allowing any runs to score and keep that lead at 4 runs. little in-game entertainment here as the crew from Fox 9 over on the first base dugout side of the field. And we want to thank you for staying with us through tonight's contest. Stop number 8 here on the Town Ball Tour. And we got a brand new ball game, folks, as the score, which was once 8-0, now cut in half, 8-4. And Hamel coming to bat. A beautiful evening here on the 6th of July. No place else that I'd rather be. And again, thank you for tuning in to tonight's contest, either on a smartphone, tablet, smart TV, regular computer, however you have chosen to stream tonight's contest. We do thank you here on Fox 9. Again, my name is Phil McLaughlin. Enjoying this contest here so far. And we move to the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Left fielder, number 4, Taco.
Again, Schmitz in his second inning of relief starts off with a first pitch ball. And the St. Paul Saints have lost in 10 innings by a final score of 7-6. So a tough night here for Minnesota professional teams. The Saints lose in 10 innings, and the Twins lose in 10 innings, both by a 1-run deficit. The 1-1 count now, and this ball is grounded past the pitcher, up the middle, and this will throw over to first base, not in time. And reaching safely, Jackson Sunt, a fan favorite here in Hamel. Infield single right back up the middle. Gloved by the second baseman, but no chance at first base. And that'll bring Andrew Leonard to bat. Leonard reached on an error back in the 5th inning. He takes a look at a first pitch strike. So with the Twins playing earlier tonight, the Saints already losing, this is really the only game in town here in the state of Minnesota, the Town Ball Tour. And here is a bunt right back to the catcher. Fire over to first base, and this gets past the first baseman. Sunt will take third base on the overthrow. Leonard will make it safely to first base. And an error to the catcher here, Myers. Good hustle to get out of his crouch and field the bunt, but a wild throw over to first base, and Sunt will go all the way to third. E2 if you're scoring.
Steal, Taco!
And Westmeyer, the starting pitcher, still batting for himself. Again, he's 3 for 4. Singled, doubled, and singled in his first 3 trips to the plate before flying out to left field. Swings and foul tips this ball. And will now be down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes here to Westmeyer. I think the nickname here for Jackson Sunt is Taco. That's what I've been hearing from over by that first base dugout. And the 0-2 pitch now to Westmeyer. Good block there by Myers. I think by that is Myers still doing the catching work. Both catchers going the entire game. I have not seen a pass ball yet. Doing some great jobs of blocking and keeping all the pitches in front of them. Knocking it down. And here is a soft liner into right field. And Taco will come in to score the 9th run here for the Hawks. And Leonard will go all the way to third base on the RBI single by Westmeyer. Westmeyer 4 for 5 tonight. A soft liner, it will count as an RBI.
That brings up number 3.
And the score now 9-4. As the Hawks get one back and increase the lead now to 5. Runners at the corners and still no outs. Schmitz will fire home and just a bit high and outside, ball 1. And this is Gray, and Gray 4 for 4. So you want to leave that hot bat in there as well as doing a great job defensively catching. And there's a ground ball, and he's 5 for 5, and here's an RBI single right past the first baseman. Stay with us at the end of the ball game, folks, as we will have a Fox 9 MVP. And I believe going 5 for 5, Gray is one of the strong candidates here so far, especially as he's been playing well both offensively and defensively. 2 runs now in the inning. And the lead back to 6 here for Hamel, and still no outs. Schmitz having a bit of a struggle here in this inning. Back in the 6th inning, I believe he was 3 up, 3 down. Different story here in inning number 7. And this pitch is going to be blooped into right field, and coming on and not able to make the catch is the right fielder or the second baseman. And the bases will be loaded. So we've had back-to-back singles.
Number 13, Michael Sturek.
And Sturek now comes to bat here with bases loaded and no outs. Again, if you are Andover, this has got to be crushing as you just scored 4 in the top half of the 7th inning. And now have given up at least 2 here. We got bases loaded and no outs. And here's a ground ball to the shortstop. Could be 2 to second for 1. Relay to first is not in time. Another run will score. Bringing the score now to 11 to 4 and back to a 7-run lead.
For the Hamel Hawks, number 7, Nate Sawtell.
So Sturek will reach on the fielder's choice, hustling all the way to not be part of a double play. Our score 11 to 4, and that pitch gets a little bit away from Schmitz. This is Sawtell back in for his second at bat here, playing in shortstop in the field. 1 down, runners at the corners. And we've got 1 out, 1 strike, 1 pitch. The runner takes off for second base. No throw. With a 7-run lead. Myers will just hold on to that one. Why risk throwing it out into center field? But now there are 2 runners in scoring position here for Sawtell. Sawtell was the first out back in the 6th inning. Faces a 1-2 count now from Schmitz. And the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And Sawtell will head back to the first base dugout, and that will be out number 2. 2 down now in the inning. Got runners again at second and third.
Hawks, third baseman, number 23, Caleb Yow.
And this will bring Caleb Yoel to bat. Struck out in his only plate appearance. Schmitz trying to get out of the inning now. 3 runs across. The lead bumped back up to 7 runs, 11 to 4. Does have a strikeout here in this inning. Could use one now. And the 0-1 offering now to Yoel. Just misses for ball 1. 2 hours and 15 minutes into tonight's contest, and back to a 7-run lead here as we are in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And the 1-1 now coming from Schmitz is high for ball 2. 2-1. We've had 4 singles here in this inning. And the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now evens the count. Schmidt's trying to get the last out of the inning, so Andover can go back to trying to get some more runs and chip back into this lead here offensively. And the 2-2 pitch as runners take off, and that is ball 3 as second base is stolen. So runners at second and third, 2 outs, and now a full count here to Yole. And the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3 as Schmitz battles back and gets 2 strikeouts here, back-to-back strikeouts, to end the scoring threat and end the inning. We've got 7 complete and 3 more runs come across here for Hamel. Hamel takes a new lead by a score of 11-4. When we come back, we'll have the top half of the 8th inning here from Hamel, Minnesota. The sun is completely set. We are under the lights here for the last 2 innings here on Fox9.com.
More is better, and Fox 9 now has more. More streaming, more local stories, more shows, and, well, more. Go ahead, try it out, and discover more on the Fox 9 News app and at Fox9.com.
Give me a half an hour for a shave and a shower, and I'll be outside your house. Might have a little dirt on my boots, but I'm taking you uptown tonight. Might have a little mud on my wheels, but they gonna shine with you up inside. Gonna hit the club, gonna cover up, burn it up like neon lights.
As we head to the 8th inning, top half of the 8th inning, we've got a new pitcher on the mound for Hamel, our 4th pitcher here for Hamel in this contest, and it will be number 38, Tyler Van Sice. Another right-hander here will get an inning or 2. And so after Andover put 4 on the board and cut the lead in half, as most good teams do, Hamel comes back out and takes 3 runs back and builds that lead back up to 7. So this will give us a first-time chance here to see Tyler Van Sice on the bump. And I believe he will be facing a pinch batter here, number 11, and this will be Eli Nyhammer. And he will be batting for Tyler Brick. Number 11, Eli Nyhammer. Should be playing first base defensively. And we've got at least 1 pinch batter for every position except for Charlie Hora and Benji Bruce, who have been doing the damage here offensively with the bat. So leading things off will be Nyhammer. Another pinch batter here for the Aces. And Andover look to see if they can start another rally here in the top half of inning number 8. And Van Sice's first pitch is taken for a called strike. And the pitch. And this is grounded over to the third baseman on 2 hops. They throw over to first in time for out number 1.
Now batting for Andover is number 12, Nolan Hartman.
And I believe that was Yole over there at third base. A nice play defensively. Good strong throw, and 1 batter and 1 out. 5-3 if you're scoring at home. And the second batter of the inning is up here for the Aces. We'll get the number here for you. And there's a first pitch grounder. This one to the shortstop. A tough play. And keeping his foot on the base over there at first base. And I believe that is Westmeyer now playing first base. And a nice job there
Next up to the plate
by
for Andover is their number 20,
Sawtell.
Michael Prosch.
Sawtell feeling it and having the third baseman a little bit in his way, but he makes a good throw over to first for out number 2. Now a 2 down. Pitching from the stretch is Van Cise. And this is number 21 up to bat, Michael Prosch. Michael Prosch's first at bat this evening. Starts off 0-1 in the count. Swings and misses, now no balls and 2 strikes. I think Prosch will take over the catching duties for Myers. Myers was 1 for 3, singled and scored. Now Prosch, his first at bat, is down in the count 0-2. And that does cross over for strike 3. And Gray still in catching, picks it up and tags out Prosch for the 3rd out. 7.5 innings in the books. Our score remains 11-4 in favor of the Hamel Hawks. When we come back, it'll be the bottom half of inning number 8 here on Fox9.com. We'll be right back.
For years, people have come to me and they've said, our kids get really nervous during severe weather. Is there something you can recommend? I've always said the same thing. Make your children the storm captain. Give them a hat, a clipboard with your personal storm plan written down, a whistle, and when we start talking about a severe thunderstorm watch, your storm captain is in charge of mustering the entire family with your personal storm plan. Give them power over the storm.
Last September, the Minnesota Twins hosted a salute to the town ball champions at Target Field. This summer, the event will be bigger and better. Mark your calendars for Saturday, September 10th, and stay tuned for more information on upcoming Fox 9 Town Ball Tour live streams. And we head here to the bottom half of inning number 8. It's been a busy scorecard here tonight for yours truly. I believe we have a new pitcher in here for the Aces. Double check the number here. It could be Schmidt still in the contest. And it is not. It's number 32. So in on relief, number 32 is Aiden Hansen. And Aiden Hansen will be the 4th pitcher used tonight by the Aces. Number 32.
Leading off for the Hamel Hawks in the bottom of the 8th is number 29, Nolan Tickey.
And Nolan Tickey, though he did not start, gets his 3rd at bat of the night's contest. I'm sorry, 4th at bat. So a big night here at the plate for Nolan Tickey. Also a nice catch out in right field a couple of innings ago. A nice sliding catch to end that rally, the 4-run rally that the Aces had. He put a stop to that with a nifty sliding catch. $11 runs on 15 hits here for Hamel. And as they're looking to keep the pressure on, the 2-2 offering now to Tickey. And that curveball made him duck out of the way, and it just sweeps inside for ball 3. It'll be a full count now. Tickey, the number 9 person in this lineup. Full count, and the pitch misses outside for ball 4. So a base on balls is issued to Nolan Tickey. And Tickey's now been walked twice in the night's contest. And now the ever-present, always pleasant Taco, Jackson Sunt, with his 3rd at bat of tonight's contest. He's in the leadoff hole. And is 1 for 2. He's singled and scored in the last inning. And it's always some cheers from the crowd when he comes to bat. So we walk, and we've got one runner on, no outs here in the 8th inning, and swinging and fouling it over into the first base dugout is Sunt. As we get closer to the hour of 10 p.m., again, thank you for joining us here. A beautiful night for baseball, and a great night if you are a Hawk from Hamel. Enjoying a 7-run lead, swinging through for strike 2 is Sunt. And now it's a 1-2 count. With a runner on over at first base. Aiden Hansen into the windup, or into the stretch. And that pitch is low for ball 2, 2-2. Hansen pitching from the stretch, again with that runner over at first base, trying to get a double play ball or maybe a strikeout pitch. Even count at 2-2. And now Sunt will step out and take time. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning here in Hamel, Minnesota. And the 2-2 offering is a just on the outside corner for strike 3 as Taco Jackson Sunt will flip the bat, toss the helmet, and head back into the first base dugout. He is the first out here as he goes down looking.
That brings up number 17 for the Hawks.
Andrew
Leonhardt
will get another at bat. And he reached on an error and scored back in the 7th inning. Again, Aiden Hansen in on relief, the 4th pitcher used here from his pitching staff from Andover. Love a double play ball here. Hamel, again, the home team, batting in the bottom of the inning. And that crosses over for a strike. 1-1 is the count now to Andrew Leonhardt. Shadows here with the lights. And a throw down to first base. Not in time. Good snap throw there by the catcher. And going back safely is Ticky. It'll be a 2-1 count to Leonhardt. And the pitch inside for a ball. We'll go to 3-1. Leonhardt batting in the number 2 spot in the order. And we'll see if Westmeyer stays in. Looks like he will stay in. This ball is grounded in the hole between second and first for a base hit. Hamel still applying the pressure offensively. And now Westmeyer will come to bat. He is 4 for 5.
Hawks first baseman.
Doubled in the first.
Sam Westermeyer.
I'm sorry, single in the first, doubled in the 3rd, single in the 4th, and singled in the 7th. And he was the starting pitcher here, looking to get the win tonight. And also, he's 4 for 5 at the plate. Got an RBI chance with the runner over there in scoring position at second. Looks at a first pitch strike, though. And that pitch misses. We'll go to 1 ball and 1 strike now to Westmeyer. Westmeyer and Gray, again, just tearing it up here in the heart of the lineup for Hamel. And the pitch. And that misses outside for a ball. We'll go to 2-1. Two balls and 1 strikes now to Sam Westmeyer, and the pitch. And this is a right to the pitcher. He will go to second for 1 and just get the out there at second. So good play there by Hansen. Almost over his glove, but he is just tall enough to field that one and throw to second and get the force. So Westmeyer will reach on a fielder's choice.
Hamel's catcher,
And Leonhardt will be the second out of the inning. And now the person number 1 in contention for the MVP in tonight's game, 5 for 5, is Braden Gray. He comes to bat here in his 6th time tonight. He, like I said, reached base in all 5 at-bats, all 5 singles. He looks at a 1-0 count with runners on the corners and 2 down. And he swings at that one, and it's down the line, but foul. And he wanted that one. That had extra bases written all over it, and that would have been a 6-for-6 night. Instead, it'll be just a long foul ball and strike. 1-1 now for the catcher. Again, he's been catching all night here, 8 innings so far behind the plate. Wearing that number 3, batting left-handed. Reminds you of a famous left-handed number 3 batter. And the 1-1 now coming here from Hansen. And the 1-1 offering outside a ball. 2-1. Hansen's not allowed a run here in this 8th inning. The 2-1 offering here, the kick and firing home. And swinging and fouling that one back off the backstop here. Evening the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So you can tell that Mr. Braden Gray having a great night tonight, having a lot of fun. 5 for 5 here offensively. All 5 singles. The 2-2. And again fouling that one off over the entrance of the first base dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down now. Bottom half of inning number 8. Here from Hamel, Minnesota, part of the Town Ball Tour. Hansen takes a look over at the runner at first and fires home. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and the dream for 6 for 6 goes down swinging as Braden Gray, on a wonderful night at the plate, 5 for 6 is an awesome job offensively. He was trying to go 6 for 6, just missed a double down the line by a few inches. And through 8 1/2 innings, through 8 innings, our score remains 11-4 in favor of the hometown Hawks. We'll be right back here for the top of the 9th on Fox9.com.
This is Fox 9 Plus.
Let's get started, everybody.
Today's biggest talkers.
Charles and I have been talking about this all morning.
Award-winning comedy.
This gets better and better.
Minnesota's only local news at 7.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Plus,
More good news.
a whole lot more.
More than this?
More than we can use.
Game shows, court shows,
Now we're getting somewhere.
your shows. Fox 9 Plus. Something for everyone.
We head to the top half of inning number 9. Just 3 more outs remaining between Hamel and another victory on their home field. Leading things off here for the Aces will be Fisher, followed by Kuznia, and then Ostland. And if they were to reach, it would be Cryer.
Playing first base for the Hamel Hawks, number 25, Austin Hageman.
Hageman in the game, playing first base for Hamel, getting into tonight's contest. As the bench is pretty much all emptied into the game tonight. Hamel scoring 4 runs back in that 7th inning, and looking to, Andover scoring 4 runs in the 7th inning, looking to get a 9th inning rally going. It'll be Tyler Van East to pitch the 9th inning. This is not a save opportunity, as there's a 7-run inning, 7-run lead. And this is Fisher, number 30. Jacob Fisher with his 2nd at bat in tonight's contest. Looking to get on base any way he can. Here's a line, or a bloop into center field, and that will be tracked down and caught by the center fielder. And a fly ball, first pitch swinging. Normally you'd want to take a strike in the 9th inning, but not this Ace lineup. They're aggressive. 1 pitch, 1 out. Now 2 outs remain here. Kuznia will come to bat. And I believe he'll be followed by Osland. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. Kuznia scored back in the 7th inning, part of that 4-run rally. Good aggressive base running, and the pitch. This ball is lifted foul. Count will go to 1-1. We're in the 9th inning here on Fox9.com. Hamel with a 7-run lead by a score of 11-4. And not able to hold up on that one because Nia does commit to the swing. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the man in the number 9 spot in the order. And the pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3, and that is out number 2. Second strikeout of the contest for Van Cise. And now Andover down to their last out as Stoik will bat for himself. 2 down. Stoik looking for his first hit tonight. He grounded out in the 1st inning. Flew out in the 3rd. And the first pitch is a strike. No balls and 1 strike, so 2 strikes left here for this ace offense. And the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. 1 strike remaining between Hamel and their next victory. Stoik trying to get on base any way he can, trying to start a 2-out rally. The 0-2. And this is fouled back out of play as Stoik stays alive. We will have a quick commercial break and then a wrap-up. Picking up the Fox 9 MVP as well, give that out. Before we will say goodnight here from Hamel. And that pitch misses for a ball, 1-2. In Andover down to their last strike. Stoik trying to make some magic happen. Van Cise trying to shut the door, and the pitch. And just gets a piece of that to stay alive, fouls it back again. Very thin crowd here tonight. Most folks have gone home as we are approaching 2 hours and 45 minutes. And the 1-2 pitch, this is a grounder over to 3rd. Third baseman up with it, throw across the diamond, and out number 3. And that will do it, folks. A final score. Hamel defeats Andover 11-4. And congratulations to Hamel Hawks on picking up the victory here on the Town Ball Tour. And we'll be right back here for the wrap-up on Fox9.com.
Fox 9's Town Ball Tour is in full swing. Join us Wednesdays as we celebrate the small towns of Minnesota. Fox 9's Town Ball Tour, presented by Sieben Carey Personal Injury Law and JTR Roofing.
The rodeo parade, which will be at 2 o'clock.
It is a final, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the Hamel Hawks as they are victorious by a final score of 11-4. The winning pitcher tonight will be Sam Westmeyer, as Westmeyer picks up the win. And our Fox 9 MVP will go to none other than the hit king himself, the catcher here for Hamel. Braden Gray was 5 for 6 with 5 singles, and he did score a run and a couple of RBIs as well, and was the difference. Also played great defensively behind the dish, showing off his catcher/goalie skills, keeping several of those balls in front of him, not allowing any runners to advance. And so by a final score again of 11-4, Hamel, the home team, is victorious. And we do want to thank you for joining us here. Hamel scores 2 runs in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and 3 in the 6th to get their 11 runs. And that 4-run rally in the 7th was all the runs scored for Andover. As Andover falls, they are now, or they will now face Champlin Park, the Low Gators, on the 9th of July at 2 p.m. They'll be the Aces' next opponent. Hamel's next opponent will be versus Blaine Fusion. That will be on the 10th of July. That will be here at Hamel Stadium, and the first pitch will be at 5 p.m. Once again, with Kit Callis on camera tonight, this has been Phil McLaughlin thanking you for tuning in to today's amateur baseball action and wishing you a wonderful Wednesday. Again, the final tonight, 11-4. The Hamel Hawks are victorious. A big thank you to Fox 9 and Fox9.com. A big thank you to the Lions Club here in Hamel, and you all the fans for tuning in. We wish you a wonderful Wednesday. Good night, everyone.